Don't rip on me, Jim.
I know. Oh, you think it's so pretty.
It's so beautiful, baby. You love your
so
dress.
handsome. I like the shoes. You see that? Oh, look at that bling bling. Yeah.
It's so beautiful. Thank you.
Dear Preston, I used to think that we met by chance, but now I know without a doubt that God put you in front of me because we were meant to spend our lives together. We have had amazing adventures, and I cannot wait to continue that. I can't look at you. Oh,
It's okay. It's okay.
the memories of laughing so hard in front of Taco Bell and our crazy like late night conversations. The encouragement you gave me going up Rainbow Falls. Remember that? You just couldn't let me fail that. Or dancing to reggae in your grandma's backyard. The list goes on. The way you look at me, touch me, speak to me, sweeps me off my feet every time. You are one extraordinary man. I vow never to stop asking for your warm hugs and kisses. I vow to always make weird noises with you and laugh awkwardly. I vow to always love, support, and respect you. I vow to always be by your side. I am so proud to be your wife from this day forward. I love you so much, forever and always.
I love you the most. More than all the stars in the sky. Even more than the planets that's in this universe. My life would have no meaning if I didn't have you in it. There's gonna be no point in being on this earth if I didn't have you to hear walk by my side. My world would be a cold, dark place if I didn't have you. You're my happiness. Always been my happiness. I thank God every day that He blessed me with you. I thank God every single day that He continues to let me have you. I love you forever and always.
Oh, you wrote that? You wrote that part?
Family and special guests, please rise.
Feeling good, feeling good. I know.
Thank you, Mama. You might have to hold. Thank you. We're waiting on Mike. Where's Mike? Mr. Mike, could you join us, please, at the front?
Let's all have some word of prayer. Lord, we thank you, Lord, for letting us gather in this place and see your beauty and see your wonder and see the joining of two families, two souls. Lord God, we pray, Lord, that your blessings always upon this family. always be their protector, their forward shield, and their rear guard. Bless from the top of their heads to the soles of their feet. I pray over this union, and we come together in one heart, one mind. Bless them in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen.
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 Thank you, Mr. Mike. Welcome, family, friends, and loved ones. We are gathered here in this time and place to celebrate the union of Preston and Irene. Each of you attending have somehow touched their lives and are the community that they have called together to witness their marriage. The love and the support that each of you offers allows them to officially start their life surrounded by those who are dearest and most important to them. Who gives this woman to be wed today?
We are giving this woman to Mr. Preston.
Thank you. All right, you guys can be seated, please. Hi, Mama. Preston and Irene, we welcome you to this moment in your lives and to the place that you've earned in each other's hearts. We join with you on this day as you commit before everyone present that from this point forward you shall live as one. Preston and Irene, are you now prepared to commit yourselves to a life together, seeking to grow as individuals and as a couple, year in, year out, with the nourishment and support that only you can offer one another?
We
Yes.
are.
As we celebrate the bond and unity today under the eyes of God, it is important that we keep in mind that while this is certainly an occasion for tremendous joy, the promises that we witness here today are serious and life-altering commitments. At this time, I would invite the couple to share their vows. Preston, do you take Irene as your cherished wife in front of these witnesses and promise to stay by her side through sickness and health, joy and sorrow, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Irene, will you take Preston as your cherished husband in front of these witnesses and promise to stay by his side through sickness and health, joy and sorrow, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
While the words that you have spoken have sealed your union, it is the watering of your marital tree that will truly symbolize the melding of your two souls. Each of you will hold now a vessel.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Here you go. Okay, allow this water to represent your life. Every thought that's crossed your mind, every word that's crossed your lips, all of your victories and failures, all of your joys and sorrows. Every drop of water represents a moment, either a moment that has been or a moment that is yet to be. Now pour your water in and give life and a home to this tree.
Put that back there. Get everything out of the way.
Okay, you can join Henson. As this tree grows, so shall you both. The tree will endure harsh weather and all matters of hardships, but just like your marriage, it shall endure. May I have the rings, please? Oh, here.
Thank you, buddy. I'm gonna take 'em.
Just gonna take them out for it, okay?
All right.
You have them. They won't give it to you. Preston and Irene have chosen to exchange rings as a sign of their commitment. The circle represents the earth, the sun, and the universe. It symbolizes wholeness, perfection, and unity. Like circles, these rings have no beginning and no end. They are a fitting symbol, then, to link these two souls forever. Place the ring on Irene's hand and repeat after me. Irene, I give you this ring as a symbol of my enduring love.
Irene, I give you this ring as a symbol of my enduring love.
Just as the circle of the ring completes itself,
Just as the circle of the ring completes itself,
you complete me.
you complete me.
Place the ring on Preston's hand and repeat after me. Preston, I give you this ring as a symbol of my enduring love.
Preston, I give you this ring as a symbol of my enduring love.
Just as the circle of the ring completes itself,
Just as the circle of the ring completes itself,
you complete me.
you complete me.
Preston and Irene, by the power vested in me by the Universal Life Church and the beautiful state of Florida, I am pleased to pronounce you husband and wife, sealed together in love before God and your families. Preston, you may kiss your bride. Do it again for pictures.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Phillips.
We're so happy for y'all.
Yeah, he's like brother.
Oh God, we thank you, Lord, just bringing us here in this joyous of her.
Last 5 or 6.
We want to welcome all of you joining the parents of Mr. Preston, the family of Irene. Welcome all of you for being part of this occasion, for leaving everything that you have to do today or for the past few days, just to make sure that we deliver the wishes of these two young couples. And thank you, you have done it. May we please give them applause. To you, Mr. Preston, and the last name? Mr. and Mrs. Preston, right? Oh. Mr. and Mrs. Preston. We want to thank you for the journey that you have traveled this far. We thank God for you. And to all of the bridal parties, we say thank you and welcome. To all the friends that I may not know you well, we want to extend our heartfelt thanks because the journey has been a long way. And because of you, we have made it together. And thank you. And welcome. First of all, we want to thank all of you again for coming. Ms. Maya, thank you, and your family. We thank you so much for everything that you did to bring this young man up to be where he is today. To all of you, my friends, the bridal party, thank you. Again, family members, friends who have come today, we say thank you. All of you put together to make it happen. Mrs. Zanga is not here today, the mother of Clarissa. But everything started with her. Wayne Dyer, the author of Power of Intention, he said in his text, he said, all you need to do is to make up your mind to do what you want to do. He said, by the time you step out of the door, you will see people lined up, ready to help you, ready to take you to where you want to go. You will see, you will meet with a doctor or nurses. When you get a headache along the way, they will help you. Drivers, transport, they will take you to where you want to go. And all of you have played a role of each of the steps to be where we are today. Mrs. Zanga is the mother of Clarissa, who opened the door for what we are doing today. When I met Clarissa, at the time, I was a sophomore student at the university. And I met a pretty woman. Can you please come near me? Let us see you. The journey started together. And Mrs. Zanga, by then, has come to the United States. The Civil War broke in Liberia. And she did everything she could to get us out of that war zone. And she took us to Ghana, Accra, Ghana, where Mrs. Preston was born. Accra, Ghana. And by the way, today is Friday. She was born on the Friday, and her name is Afia. In the Ghanaian culture, Afia means Friday. And she happened to choose Friday to be her wedding day. And thank God. You may have some. Martha Zanga opened the way for us to be here in the United States, so that her grandchildren, where you are, please stand up. Bakai, Mamadi, Jeyu, stand up. Come on, guys. Come on. And now all the grandchildren now, imagine her generation now see all the grandchildren, great-grandchildren now for her, and these are my grandchildren. I want to say thank you. Because of you, we are here today. Now, Mrs. Kane, let me introduce my team. Couple, Mama, she's my wife. Please come so they can see you. Couple, my daughter, and Mama. They are my team members. She is my manager. To you, Mr. Preston? Philip. Okay. Philip. Sorry. I'm glad you have got a military experience. I love the military. I did not join the military. But I love those who are members of the military, who have got the experience. Why? When we talk about team, I get the inspiration from the military. In the military, you support one another in every way possible to attain the victory. And that has been demonstrated today. And that's what brought us here today. And I want to remind all of us here that the reason marriage or any other relation comes to an end is because when we forget that there are people around us standing by to give us the help we need. The same way we got here, never forget that everything you need to keep you going is just right by you. And the support is there, as much as we have demonstrated. So please don't forget that. We are standing by, and they are standing by. Thank you. And to conclude, I will never forget, but I can't finish, but I'm going to end because I'm so happy. And I thank God for all of you, for grandma, uncle, nieces, mom, and my family. Thank all of you, the photographers, the MC. All of you have come today to be where we are. And I say thank you.
I just want to give a big shout out to everyone here. You guys have been extremely welcoming to us groomsmen, and I feel like I am a part of your family. So let's get this started. Back in 2016 is when we all met, so I'm pretty much the dad of the group. Not being said I'm the oldest one too, but whatever. So it's 2016, I'm checking all these knuckleheads into the unit. They're ruining my 4th of July weekend because they came early. So I'm checking them into the unit, getting all their alphas and stuff squared away. Pretty much my job at this point is to show them around the base, show them who to hang out with, show them who not to hang out with, just to guide them and stuff like that. So doing my job, months and months go by. Yeah. We get to an exercise that we're doing. And this exercise is extremely important because I think this is what made us bond more than ever. Okay? It is the turning point in our relationship, okay? So 7 tons are military vehicles. They're like huge trucks, and they're not easy to get in the back of. And your boy Phillips here, he had a hard time getting in the back of one, but he had a very easy time falling off the back of it. So this whole incident happens. He falls off the back. I watch him. I'm at the end of the 7 ton. I'm looking at him. I can see like the whole, oh, boom. And the only thing that comes out of my mouth was, I'm a CLS Marine. And CLS is Combat Lifesaver. It's a little certificate you get. It's like basic first aid. So I thought pretty much I could save him at that point. And as I'm going to the edge of the 7 ton looking over, I'm like, oh, he's completely knocked out. I can't do nothing. So I get down and I'm just holding his head at this point, just looking around, and all the officers are freaking out because nobody thought this was going to happen. So me, Star, Golden, and Phillips, we all head to the hospital, and we're the only ones allowed to go with them. So I felt pretty special at this point because I was holding his head during the whole process. So, and in the military, you're not allowed to wear military uniform besides like your dress or your service uniform off base. So he was in his camis, so we had to bring him a change of clothes. And ironically enough, my mother-in-law gave me a shirt that said, "We stand for those that have fallen." And that was the shirt Phillips had to wear in the hospital. Completely ironic, okay? So it's a big blue shirt with a rifle and a helmet that says, "We stand for those that have fallen." And I thought it was extremely fitting at the time. So, that whole experience, it was funny. I'm sure it was mortifying for him at the same time, and for you to hear that he knocked his head and, his shoulder and all that stuff. But it's one of those things to where you never forget it, and now we look back and laugh on it. And now we're here. You guys have welcomed us to your family, meeting your family like your mom kept feeding me. I thought that was awesome. If you ever need help eating oxtail, just recruit. Yeah, so I feel extremely welcomed. I feel like I've gained a whole family full of people I've never seen before. I appreciate this opportunity. Marriage to me is a huge, huge thing. For me, forever means forever. So that being said, I'm going to leave you guys with a little bit of my wisdom, the things that I've learned during my marriage. Everyone says communication is key in a marriage, and I don't think that's quite true. So the thing to me, and what I've learned, is that if you can understand who you're with, that will encompass everything else. If you can understand the person you love and understand what makes them angry or sad and happy, the intimacy, the love, all the other emotions that make people happy will go into flow. So I'm sure you guys already understand each other, but there will be hurdles, there will be good times, there will be bad times. All that passes. As long as at the end of the day, you understand each other, I think that forever for you will be forever. So that's my wisdom. Thank you so much for having me here, and I love all you guys, and that is my speech. And let's raise a glass of toast to Mr. and Mrs. Phillips. Also, Fridays are for the boys. So, Xbox, here we go.
So mine is actually shorter than everyone else's because they talk a lot. I don't talk a lot, so I have a written down speech. So for those who don't know me, I'm Nadine. I'm Irene's maid of honor. I met Irene and Preston back in high school. We were all part of the same friend group. I don't remember when exactly me and Irene became friends, but by senior year, we were pretty much inseparable, and we would have sleepovers, we would go on food runs, and we eventually went prom dress shopping together, and that time we hiked in Montana. And Irene and I have pretty much been attached at the hip. We are basically the package deal, as Preston knows. I like to think that I played a huge part in them coming together, and so I'll explain it to you. So in 2015, Irene came to me with a letter, and she told me I needed to read it, and so I did, and the letter ended up being a love letter to Preston. And it basically confessed all her feelings and her attraction to him, and she was very terrified to even give it to him. And I convinced her to just go ahead and do it, because what are you going to lose? And if no one has come to the conclusion the letter worked, because we're here at their wedding. So I am pretty lucky because I have seen their relationship blossom from what it was back in high school when we were just some kids hanging out in the courtyard before school to now. They're pretty much perfect for each other. She gets him and he gets her. And they, I'm like, okay. I've seen the way that they love each other and how hard they work to communicate and come to agreements so that they can come back even stronger. They are an inspiration to couples. There is no one else I'd like to marry my best friend other than Preston. So thank you for being good to my girl. And I know you two will last a lifetime. And here's to your newest adventure, marriage. And here's to the Phillips.